McMahon. I'm a junior and I'm majoring in New College in Spanish.
Evan Shavers, I'm a junior and I'm microbiology and psychology major.
My name is Savannah Stewart. I'm a freshman and I'm a psych major and a bio minor.
My name is Connor Fox. I'm a senior and majoring in public relations.
My name is Jacqueline Myrick. I'm a junior. I'm a psychology major with a biology minor on a pre-med track, and I'm the student facilitator for Art to Life.
My name is Karen Gibbons. I'm an art therapist and I'm also a marriage and family therapist. And my role in this project is to do the lab work with the students, doing art therapy with people who have Alzheimer's.
I'm Daniel C. Potts, MD. I'm a neurologist and I'm the course director for Art to Life. So Art to Life is based on life story, it's based on art therapy, and it's based on educating students about Alzheimer's disease, about what it means to have that condition, what it means to be a caregiver in a person with a condition. And it's also about honoring a human being in their current state.
Vijay jumps right into whatever you give her. She has such enthusiasm and joy for life. I would not call her cautious or timid. She just approaches everything with great joy.
BJ has a great sense of humor. I can tell she really likes to laugh. Every now and then she'll come out with something that's really funny or that really lets you know she has been there, she has been paying attention. She's always telling us about the time she spent in Bermuda, so I can tell that was really important to her, just how beautiful Bermuda was and how she loved going to the beaches there. She talks a lot about growing up in Dothan, where she'd go swimming at her grandmother's, riding between her mom's legs in the ambulance because her mom was a nurse, so she'd be down there just keeping herself busy and her mom working away. So we've heard a lot of interesting stories like that.
Pat, on the other hand, is very cautious in her approach to art. You can tell that she plans it out. She really wants it to look good. She'll sometimes measure and mark, but at the same time she can have fun while she's doing it.
Pat, I have really grown to come to love. It's really sweet to go in there and see her create her art and hear all about her life. My favorite part about her life that she shares with us is how often she tells us about living on the farm with her grandparents and how they were sharecroppers, and hearing about her and her brother Nick and how they get in trouble with their go-karts and falling asleep underneath the cotton plants when they're supposed to be picking them. And then one time she told us her little brother got caught in a tree, and that was the funniest thing. I just remember her tearing up, and that just really touched me because there's just so much emotion in that moment.
Ray is another one who is very cautious in his approach. I admire him for trying. He will do what he can, and I think he does in the end enjoy it.
Ray is just the biggest trickster I have ever seen in my life, and he gets so much joy out of just play, and he finds so much relief in humor, and he kind of is able to set himself aside and just to really focus on the people around him and focus on making them laugh and on not really thinking about what's going on. And I think that is a powerful thing for him, and that's something that he sees, that he, no matter what, can still bring joy to a room through humor, and that's a really cool thing.
Jim is another one who will just go at it, whatever you give him, and he just comes in and has fun, and he teaches us a lot about just letting go and not letting our limitations get in the way.
Jim Harkin is a Southern man through and through, born in Fayette, Alabama, moved to Jasper where he graduated high school, and all before the age of 18, he had this kind of experience of growing up on a farm with a very large family. He's like one of 11 children. He went and served in the Navy for 4 years, and then when he came back to America, he worked as a shoe cobbler. He really understood the concept of hard work at a very young age. He still grows, his own vegetables, his own fruit in his backyard. And we come to realize that his love of food aligned directly with his love of family and his love of life. I have loved watching him just grow throughout this entire process, and allowing us to grow with him. You can tell that anyone who is around Jim, he really embraces. And he's very open to conversation, and I've been so grateful for that because I've loved every single bit of it. When he stood up to leave and the session was over, he said that he was really looking forward to the next session, and that he really enjoyed being with us. And that was when it hit me, of how impactful and just really emotional the whole experience is, and meeting someone, learning about their life, but not only listening, but investing in them.
I think that that's the really healing part of all this, is the relationships that form. Everybody's on the same level. They're engaging at a very deep level. They're all listening to each other. And the energy in the room is very, very palpable.
It's definitely warm and comfortable. And it's fun. We all just kind of sit there and come together from all different kind of backgrounds. And yet we're still able to focus on the same thing.
When you can get someone to smile and when you can smile with them, probably can connect two people more than words ever could and more than memories ever could.
I directly interact with the students, and by interacting with them, I see their growth as they begin to understand dementia and Alzheimer's, and I see their growth as they begin to act in compassion and not just talk about it, but truly have an opportunity to live compassion out and show it to these other people who were strangers just a few weeks ago.
Not only the art and the reminiscing, but working with a younger generation helped the participants so much. They really felt like they were giving back to a younger generation, and I really believe the younger generation benefited as well, as did I. It just enriched our lives.
So every time I walk out, I feel very relieved of stress, very clear-headed. If anything, I'd say that art therapy is therapeutic to me as well, because just being with them helps me to slow down and be in that place, and then it kind of takes a minute for the world to come back and put the weight on me. So I usually feel very refreshed leaving art therapy.
I know that for that moment, I've truly done something good for someone else, and I truly have been rewarded by their stories, by their presence, by their willingness to be vulnerable with the students and with me being in the room, that I don't experience on a daily basis except through Art to Life.
When I leave, I'm awed, I'm inspired, I'm humbled.
I can't even put into words the honor and gratitude that I have to even be involved in a program like Art to Life. I consider this some of the most important work that I could ever be involved in. And I say that in great humility because it's not me. Someone cared enough, you see, to honor my father in his position of loss, in his position of disability. They validated and honored him. I saw what it did for him. That inspired me deeply. And so I'm going to do everything in my power for as long as I can to bring the same kind of care to folks like him and show as many young people and other people that it's possible to maintain a relationship. We can do it. We can lift the banner high and tell the world who this person is. They're still there. It's an honor to do it.